welcome back to Attingham Park for episode 12 in the origins of Feldcorp. Alright, cheers lads, thank you. Hello everyone, it is 8:30 on the first day of autumn and some contract work has come up that we're interested in doing. Yep, that's right, it is now harvest season, it's just begun. And our friend Anthony Morgan gave us a call, said his harvester combine driver is out sick at the moment and his canola field has just come in. So he wants us to, shut the door there, he wants us to come down and help if we can. Now luckily we've got our own combine as well, so we don't even have to borrow his. And we're up at the store right now because we had to make a couple of purchases. As you can see, the money's gone down a bit. Essentially what we needed to do was get some sort of trailer type equipment, and what we've got around here is we've got a new modular back for the pickup truck, so we've got that in a nice blue to match, and we also got another 14-ton tipper, I think this is, or 10-ton, 14,000 litres. We grabbed one of them as well out the store. And what we are going to do is do some karting today with our pickup truck, and we are also going to do some work with our combine as well. We got the old CLAAS out finally, get to show that off and do some work with that, so that's going to be brilliant. So I'm just driving over now to field 11, I think it was for Anthony, and the combine is already down there. We got that set up earlier, and depending on how things go we may be able to hire a local worker as well. I've been sort of putting the feelers out because obviously we are trying to start up a sort of logistics business here, so if we can find a few local bods that are interested maybe in a bit of part-time work, a little bit of extra cash here and there, then you know, we might be able to get a helper or two here and there. And nothing fancy, you know, we're not going to have anyone like fully employed on the books sort of thing, but you know, just a little bit of you know, the odd person here and there, maybe someone to drive a tractor and follow us somewhere, help us get some equipment delivered, or you know, perhaps in the case of contracts like this, Anthony might come out and run our harvester for us, or possibly, you know, their own harvesters, whoever's field we're doing. I'm just going to pull in here quick. Hopefully the fisheries won't mind. I mean, we're totally going to block the entrance and somehow get completely stuck. Oh, I got caught on their sign. Okay. Now if we just pull forward a little bit here. Yeah, that will do, actually. Let me try and get out of this bush, because when I open the door I'm going to be right in the bush. That is not going to be fun. Okay, that'll do. Just hop out here. I don't think we're blocking the traffic. I know we're blocking this thing, but there's no one here at the moment because it's fairly early, so let's hop in the old harvester, get her opened up and see what we are going to do. So let's see. Unfold this. Let's have a look. Oh, that's nice. Oops, going to go in the hedge a little bit, maybe. Not too bad. Okay. Lovely. That is in place. Just make sure the PTO is hooked up, and it's not. I think. Oh no, it's on the other side, isn't it? That figures. Yeah, PTO is attached. Splendid. Okay, well, let's make a little bit of a road into this here now. Or not, because apparently it's too wet, and I just now noticed that. Well, that's a bummer, isn't it? Okay, well, I guess we're going to have to sit here for a little bit, let the crops dry out. I knew I should have done a moisture test, but Anthony said it was ready. So maybe it's just picked up a little bit of dew since he did his test. Ah well, that's annoying, that is. Okay, well we shall be back presently, hopefully, when the everything has dried out a bit. So, yeah. Okay, here we are back again. It's now just gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We went off and had some lunch down the old pub and had a chat with the people that run the fisheries here, since they were going to be open when we got back. We asked if they'd mind us just parking up in here for a minute, so they were cool with that. So we just popped the old pickup and trailer in there, and we're now going to get started on the harvest. Lovely. In we go. Let's just back this up a touch so we can get as much of that field in as possible. This is our first go with the new harvester. Hooray! Not our field, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. Okay, so that's a nice shot from the top corner there. How much we can see there. Interesting little camera view. Not bad. Okay, what do we get stuck on? More importantly, why can we not go forwards? Oh no, this header's gonna not work, is it? Should. That's weird. Is that catching on the ground though? It looks like it might be. Oh dear. That's not good. Yeah, that's definitely catching on the ground. I don't think we have any means of raising this up either, do we? Okay, well we might have to take this back to the shop and see if they can do us a quick trade-in on something. I mean, it kind of works. Yeah, but it is definitely bottoming out. Okay, well that's awkward, that is. I'm not sure quite why that's... I'm sure we've used this header on this harvester before, but that is definitely not the best. I wonder if it has some attachment options. Let's see here, because it was the Cressoni, wasn't it? Cressoni, this one. Ah no, that's just the like the shape of it. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think what we're going to have to do is run back to the shop and see if we can maybe exchange it for probably the Gearinghof. I would think, if we can get enough money for it. Let's have a quick look to see what it's worth. They'll give us 27 grand, maybe a touch more at the shop, and the Gearinghof is 38, so we'll have to drop a little bit of cash on it, but since we haven't really used it, maybe they'll be okay with us having a quick yeah, it could be the angle on this field too. That's not the yeah, that's not helping either, I don't think. Okay, well, we'll get this up the shop, we'll get it traded in for something, and we'll be back down in a little bit to continue with the harvest. We will get this harvested at some point, probably, maybe. Okay, we are just coming back from the shop now. It took a little bit longer than expected, but you know, it's a slow old run getting the harvester up there, of course. But the good news is we actually got a bit more money for that Cressoni than I was expecting. We got quite a bit more, in fact. I think they had a buyer lined up who was willing to pay a fair old price for a nearly new, sort of barely used one. And as a result, we made about 5 grand on it, I think. 5-6 grand, so that worked out pretty good. Which is great, because we've now got this lovely Gearinghof one in CLAAS colours again. We couldn't change the colour on the sort of blades. Are they blades or they're threshers, whatever they are, whatever they're called. But we did get it in CLAAS colours, so it looks pretty good. The old Harvest Star. I think this is slightly less wide I think the other one, the Cressoni, was 6.6, whereas this is just a straight 6. But oh yeah, you can feel the undulations there. But this one should work much nicer. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well that does have that mystery problem solved. And, you know, it didn't cost us anything, so I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, now we just need to see how this lovely harvester will do. Try not to harvest the hedge there, don't need to do that. Or drive through it too much, but there we go. It'd be interesting to see how much we get off of this field as well, seeing that we're already up to 1,200 litres. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, that's going to be, because it's not exactly a massive field, this, but yeah, that's going to be good. Oh, one other interesting thing that popped up while we were at the store, we got another contract for harvesting. Yeah, Kenneth Fletcher over there at Field 40. Again, one of the other chaps that we've been helping around the area here. He's also got a harvesting job for us there too. So we shall be helping him as soon as we're done here. And again, we're using our own equipment for it. Because of that, he has said that we can get the straw for his field. Because he's doing oats. He's got some horses, I think, somewhere that he was doing oats for, so he's getting a little bit for them. And obviously spare is going off for sale, but he did say we could take the straw off his field because he doesn't need any at the moment, if we want to. Of course we don't have to, but the option is there, so I think we will take him up on that. And since that one is a bigger field, he did say he'd be able to help out or send one of his lads over, or lasses, depending on who he's got free. He could send someone over to help us either run the cart or the harvester, depending on what we need doing to get the contract done. So that's good. This one for Anthony, I think we could probably just do ourselves, because it's not the biggest of fields, and plus it's our harvester, so we want to give it a first run around the field before we let someone else have a run of it for us. But we shall see. Oh yeah, 50% full already, and we haven't got around the headland yet. This is going to be a pretty decent yield. Maybe we'll get something off of this. That will be very nice. Oh, which also brings up another point. I had a look, chat with the local farmers again about the silo issue that we're going to have. And because canola doesn't hit its maximum price for a few more weeks yet, I'm thinking what we may have to do is buy a cheap silo as well. And I had a look around and found, because obviously the size is very, very specific for where we're at, and I found a couple of different options. I think I found one that I've settled on, which we'll probably see later on, depending on how much canola we're looking to get off this. What I might do is, when we're on a break doing the carting, is get the builders in to actually pop it in place, because it's a fairly small metal silo, and they have the parts locally as well, so we should be good there. And it actually fits in nicely with the area. Well, I say nicely, I mean it's unobtrusive, let's just say that, and not too expensive, which is a really important thing. So yeah, I'll carry on with this, and get the first load run up, and maybe get a bit of drone footage going on, depending on how we do, because obviously if we can get onto Kenneth's field as well, that will be very handy. So yeah, I shall see you at some point in the future. Future us will meet you in a little while. Okay, here we are coming down to our newly made silo. We were getting towards the end of the contract and got some of the local builders to pop up here to our field and sneak in this tiny little silo from the Sphinx company. Yeah, just got to hop out and drop our trailer off back here, because we ended up with, as you might have seen when I was in that one, we just jump up here and have a look in. We've got 8,000 litres of canola. We would have had a bit more, but unfortunately I couldn't close the tipper in time, so we sold like a grand's worth of it. And the thing is, if we go to the price guide here, the canola is currently selling at, we must have dropped just about 1,000 litres because we got just over a grand. The top price at the moment is 1,130 quid per 1,000, and the best price that we can get for that, according to the seasons menu, is potentially around about the 1270 mark, and that's quite a bit for 8,000 litres. You're looking at 8 times 150, which is quite a lot. It's more than I can do in my head really quickly, but it's over a grand at least. So we got this lovely little silo installed, and it is I think 120,000 litres. It's obviously got some sort of TARDIS technology in it because it's not very big, but the thing was, we had to make sure we got something that wasn't too terribly obtrusive. It needed to be lower than the line of the house chimney up there. So we found this. There were a few different options. This was the easiest one to get in. It was what they had on hand, and it was cheap. So that's what we went with. And it's a really nice little silo from the Sphinx manufacturer, if you know what I mean. So we just got it popped in up here. It's out of the way. It's not blocking our field off at all. Just have to figure out how to tip into it now. Oh, there it is. Hopefully it's not going to be weird, just a little bit quirky. That's lovely. So we are now going to have 8,000 litres of canola, and if we can sell that for 1,200 a 1,000, then that's going to be nice. That's going to be pretty much 10 grand's worth of free money on top of what we got for the contract. Which reminds me, I do need to cash that contract out as well, because we have completed it. The harvester is also up and ready for Anthony's contract. So let's go in here quick. I'm just checking, see if there were any new ones. There are not. Oh, oops. Always happens when you're switching between mouse and controller. Okay, there we go. So let's collect that. That's an extra 5 grand in the pocket. That almost paid for the silo. The silo was only 9 grand to put down. So yeah, we've got the harvester combined down at field 40 there to get started on Kenneth's one, and we're going to get the pickup and the trailers down there as well now. I'm just going to drive into this bush because I'm terrible at making U-turns apparently. There we go. Lovely. So yeah, I shall head on down and we'll continue with that. Probably get a tractor and a bailable up as well, so we can get on with baling some of that straw that's coming off of it, because if we can sell that too. I don't think, let me just check again, not that one. Straw bales, because if we can get a decent amount for them, straw, if we can get them done and sold today, or close to the end of the day, we'll get maybe 100 quid a bale. I think that was 100 quid per 1,000 still. Anyway, back down to the field we go. finally got to the end of that contract, and we are all completed. Everything has been harvested. Everything that Kenneth needed delivered has been delivered. I've got to find the pickup truck now. There it is. It is a bit on the dark side, as you can see. And we have a very dirty combine as well after all that. But we've made out like bandits on this one. We really, really have. Let's get the old pipe out. See if I can get close enough. Hopefully there's enough room in that trailer for all of this. Now, everything that you see here in the pickup, that is all ours. We'd delivered... Ooh, let's see, it's what, 22? We probably delivered something in the order of 66,000 litres, I think, to the mill for Kenneth, and he's well pleased with that. That was his contract met. And yeah, like I said earlier, he's given us... Oh, that's rude, I'm 800 short. Oh, bum. Okay, well, let's start heading back. We can deposit that later on. But yeah, Kenneth, his contract, or his quota with the mill was met, and he got a little bit extra for his horses and everything. All the straw, that's as much of that as we want we can have, he said. So I'll probably come back in the morning and bale that, or at least bale some of it, maybe get a couple of trailers full, because we did start briefly and there are, like, the bales are coming out thick and fast, so, you know, it's not going to be a small job, I should say, but we'll see how it goes. You know, we probably won't bale the whole lot, but we'll get some. And also, that does remind me, I'll open the contracts quick. There are a couple more he did tell us about. He also needs some help on field 38 there, and he's hoping to procure a new harvester, or like just a loaner he's got hopefully coming, so we'll see if we can get that one. And also, as for field 38, and he also wants field 37 fertilised, which is brilliant. So there's plenty of work there for us, which is awesome. So we'll get this harvester, get our combine back to base, get it washed up, serviced, and popped in the garage, ready for next time. We'll get the rest of the wheat. In fact, we might just drop this off, leave it at the end of the field down here, and sort some stuff out. Yeah, this is actually the field that he wants fertilised, that we're driving past here. But yeah, we'll get that little bit of oats out of the back of it. Get the rest of the oats popped into our new silo up at field 1 there, and probably in the morning take on those other 2 contracts. And we'll most likely do that off camera, because I mean, unless we get his harvester, if we can I might show a little bit of that, but we'll see how it goes, because obviously we've got a lot of work to do. Still building up the company, but it's going quite well. You know, got some feelers out for business opportunities and whatnot, and there's a few fellow farmers around that I've been talking to, other business owners, as it were, farming services and whatnot. So we shall see how we continue, how things go and how things grow. But yeah, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then please give us a like and hit the old subscribe button there if you haven't already. And comments are always welcomed, and sharing this video would be greatly appreciated. And like I said at the end of the Labelska Dolina video, we're not going to pack this in just because FS22's come out. This is a story that we do need to get to a finishing point, and you know, we might try and get there a little bit quicker than I previously planned, but we're certainly not going to leave it in the lurch and anything like that. So let me just run back up to the pickup, and with that I shall bid you all farewell. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you next time on the origins of Feldkorp. Cheerio, everyone.